go to the moon, whatever the moon idea, but just the idea of small incremental differences can be the thing that kind of pushes this offense over the top. Like, you've seen enough baseball to kind of understand what he's talking about. Like, how do you implement that as a player, and kind of get to where the team needs to be?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of know how our offense works. I mean, we got to take our free bases and things like that. Just get on base. I mean, at the end of the day, like the kind of money ball thing, just get on base as much as you can, hit extra base hits with guys in scoring position. And, I mean, he kind of pulled up a thing yesterday to us and showed us, like, games when we score 6 or more runs, our record, 5 or more runs in our record, things like that. And it's just like we don't have to be that much better as an offensive team to win games, and we know that. And, I mean, we're going to work hard every day and do what we can to score as many runs every game as we can.
It's tough, though, because, like, you obviously want to do well. So, like, how much are you fighting the pressing nature of, being at the plate and trying to make something happen?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're all competitors, so we hate failing up there at the plate, but we also know that if you want to be in the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to fail 7 out of 10 times. And, I mean, that's just kind of the mentality you kind of have to take up there. You don't want to fail, but you know it's part of the game. And so you just do whatever you can to not fail as much as possible. And, I mean, but while we're up there, we're going to compete, fight with 2 strikes and everything like that. So,
do you have to take a slightly different approach when you're facing a left-hander?
Not necessarily. I mean, just try to hit the ball up the middle of the field. Coach says there's never been a pitcher in the history of baseball that approach won't work off of. So, I mean, just try to hit a line drive right back off the pitcher's head. And, I mean, not actually hit the pitcher, but hit it in their general area. So.
You've been here a long time, played against Arkansas a lot. What do you think of when you think of Arkansas and the program that they've got?
I mean, they're a great team. I think every year that I've played them, they've been a top 10 team. So they're always in the mix of it, of going to Omaha, super regional team, hosting, everything like that. So they're a great program. I've been able to play at their facilities twice. They have great facilities, great. I mean, their fan base is awesome. I mean, they get probably the second most rowdy bunch there behind Alex Box, of course. But, I mean, they're a great team. We're looking forward to playing them here.
Coach was speaking to their talent, too. No matter who you guys recruit, they seem like they can counter who they put on the roster.
Oh, yeah, they got a lot of good guys. We got some guys who played in the Cape Cod League last year with some guys on their team, and so they kind of keep in touch. But, I mean, they got a great roster up and down, great pitchers, great hitters. I mean, they got guys that they can bring in off the bench, too, that will contribute to winning. So, I mean, it's going to be a good weekend.
You've also, like I said, seen enough ball to know that this is when things really get interesting around here. Right?
Yeah.
You kind of talk to some of the guys that haven't seen those moments, those Alex Box magic moments, kind of thing, and you tell them, like, hey, guys, it's going to be a little bit different this week.
Yeah. I remember talking to Luis right before the season started, and he said a big reason he came here was because of the atmosphere, and he was excited to play on opening day in front of all the fans and how crazy it would be. And I remember telling him that, like, it's nothing compared to what it's going to be towards the end of the year. And so I'm looking forward to it. I know everybody on the team is looking forward to seeing this place packed out this weekend and in the coming weeks. So.
You guys have had some troubles against lefties, particularly in SEC play. Is there anything you think you can locate to that, and how do you sort of adjust to that and moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, kind of just, leaving the past in the past and, like, not letting the past failures, like, affect the future, and just knowing that we're going to train every day and, stick to our approach when we're at the plate, and, the ball will fall our way eventually.
Jay was saying, a lot of this is just mental, coaching you guys up mentally throughout the week to just kind of get past some of these struggles. What does that, I guess, kind of entail in terms of just improving the mental side at that to get that to where y'all want it to be?
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is just kind of going up to the plate with a free mind, not thinking of anything except me versus the pitcher, not thinking about the defense or anything like that. Just going up there to, I think Barry Bonds used to say it's a chess match versus you and the pitcher. And, if you line out to the center fielder and hit the ball 110, you beat the pitcher in the one-on-one. So just trying to go up there and beat the pitcher in a one-on-one every single time.
When you stop thinking about what you don't need to think about, is it like from the walk to the dugout to the batter's box, or from on deck circle, or is it when you guys are coming in from the end of the inning, or when you turn your brain off?
Yeah, while I'm on deck, all I'm really thinking about is just walking up to the plate and taking my at-bat. So that's kind of the only things going through my head. If I'll get out or something like that, I'll think about it while I'm in the dugout. I'll try to figure out maybe if I had a bad swing or something like that, swing at a bad pitch. I'll think about it until I need to go back out there and do something else, and then I'm flushing. I'm leaving it in the dugout.
You're really not guessing pitches and trying to figure
No.
out?
I do that in MLB The Show, but not in real life. I can only do that in the show.
I figured that was the thing you fight the most is just, all right, here you come.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was younger, I used to guess pitches all the time, but it doesn't really work in the SEC. Guys throw every pitch they have for a strike in any count, so can't really be up there guessing.
So you're just trying to pick release and see it?
Yeah, I mean, my parents always told me I was a best hitter whenever I would just go up there and not think about anything and see the ball and hit the ball. So, I mean, that's just kind of go up there, stick to my approach, and try to hit the ball up the middle of the field.
You've got a lot in front of you, including probably postseason baseball here, but it is senior weekend. You'll be honored. You just tell me you're the last guy from your class.
Yeah. We have two other guys that were in my recruiting class but left, and then they've since come back, Grant Fontenot and Blaze Priester. But, I mean, other than that, I'm the only one from my class that's been here for 4 years. So it's kind of a surreal feeling knowing that, I mean, this is going to be my last regular season weekend at the box. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. It's kind of flown by. But
Yeah. How do you feel about that? I mean, that's pretty rare, right? A guy that contributed for 4 straight years that's still here?
yeah, I mean, it's been awesome. I mean, I got lifelong friendships that I've made since I've been here. And, I mean, there's no place I'd rather be. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would do it 100 times out of 100.
Is there one moment that sticks out to you that you will take away from playing here?
I mean, just kind of, I was saying yesterday, just kind of the locker room. That's probably the thing I'll miss the most is, I mean, just showing up 2 hours early to not do anything other than sit in the locker room and talk to guys. So, I mean, that's always been the most fun to me, road trips in the hotel room with all the guys. I mean, it's always been a lot of fun.
Do people make a bigger deal about the catch you made against Florida than it was to you? Because you talk about it like,
Yeah.
no, it's a fly ball, I caught it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, in the moment, I was just kind of trying to do whatever I could to help the team win. I wasn't hitting very well in Omaha, so I knew I needed to try to make some plays on defense. And, I mean, we had so many great things happen throughout the course of that. It just kind of like felt like another little bump in the road, I guess, or another little play that needed to be made for us to win. And so, I mean, I guess I kind of look over it a lot just because, I mean, so many different things happened while we were there. It was just so much fun.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Anything else?
Yeah.
Hey,
Josh.
Josh.
Thank you.
Josh?
Your injury, kind of, obviously you know better than we do. So what was it? What happened? And Jay said it happened right before your freshman year.
Yeah, so came in freshman year pretty early, October-ish. Kind of felt something in my elbow. Told the trainers we got a little shot, PRP shot, see if it would help. Went like another 2 months, started throwing again, and never really felt any problems. Just kind of popped on me one day in live ABs, and just rehabbed it all of last year, and finally back this year, ready to go.
And then you turned into like Chris Stapleton, right? You had like some kind of beard or something like that.
Yeah, I just grew it out, let it go.
I remember looking at you and be like, is this guy ever play here? Like, got the shade. So this year, probably everything you wanted to be, right? Just maybe the clock's a little later than you wanted.
I'm just so happy to be playing again. Yeah, it feels like, I know it was only 2 years, year and a half, whatever it was, but it just feels like forever for me because all I've ever done is play baseball. It's all I've been wanting to do since I came here, obviously. So just super exciting being able to actually be on the field again.
And those reps that you're getting, Jay talked about it, kind of just, this is the process, right? Like, he knew you were going to be getting better at your job, I guess, and just the experience of doing it every day is what's kind of lending to that?
Yeah, I mean, just kind of resulting back to, like, the process and what we do every day, just trusting that and what it is and letting it play its role and not really, like, focusing on what I'm doing wrong or right, just sticking with it and letting it work.
We talked a lot this year about how Kaysen and Zach have really just kind of led that charge out of the bullpen. Just how important is it for guys like you and Maverick Rizzi and Connor Ware to really kind of get this bullpen, I guess, fully actualized going into postseason play, and how important y'all's roles would be in the latter part of the season here?
I mean, every pitcher on the staff it's important to do what you need to do when you get called into the game, obviously. Being able to do it consistently will help the whole team in the long run, but I think just whoever's name gets called, they just have to be ready to control the zone and be ready to pitch.
What kind of strides do you think you guys have made over the last month? It really seems like it's kind of flipped from maybe beginning of the season to the end of the season. It feels like the pitching staff has kind of been the big strength of the team here for the last month or 6 weeks or so.
I think that just comes from us wanting to be the best version of ourselves, because we could sit here all day and just play catch and throw bullpens and then go play a game, but being able to put the effort we want all together and do it as a group is really like pushed us forward into just working better together and not iffy, you know.
You opened the year starting in midweek. Was that something that you kind of wanted to? Did you want that to be your role coming into the year?
I just want to play. So, I mean, I'm happy to start, obviously. It's all I've done since before I got here, but pitching is pitching. If you're in the game, you're playing. You're able to help the team, so that's all I've really cared about.
I guess from like from like an emotional standpoint, like how do you sort of ride that wave?
I mean, I try not to let my emotions really get to me in too many situations. You know, like when I'm pitching, is no emotions. I kind of let the same thing happen off the field. I mean, everybody here is good enough to start a baseball game, so not letting like my ego or anything get in front of me, and just everyone's good enough to play here, so letting that be the facts.
You can see what's coming though with potential for tournament games and regional play. LSU needing a third starter or fourth starter even. Is that something that the conversation that you go to the coaches and say, hey, look, you know, that's something I could do it, or is that just kind of no?
No, of course I would, yeah. I would love to start whenever, but it's not something I'm probably going to go tell Coach, hey, you got to start me. I'm ready for it. But if that's what his decision was, and of course I'm ready for it whenever.
So you're saying it's not like a movie, you don't walk in those offices?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Now or never.
That would be nice, though.
You feel like this past weekend was y'all's like best collective relief appearance over a weekend?
I would say so, just because I feel like most of the weekend everyone did their job when they came in. I mean, we gave up a couple hits in bad spots, but that's one pitch that was messed up. Like, it's not like we just screwed up our whole outing. You know, everyone did their part.
That was.
What does Cade and Anthony kind of mean at the front line of these SEC weekends? What do you kind of look at and admire in their game?
They're electric. I mean, Friday, Saturday, back-to-back, too. Last year, I don't think we had that much electricity on the mound at all, let alone back-to-back days. So, I mean, they've been really good at getting us where we need to be able to win. We just got to keep pushing to get them through that.
You said, I want to say, maybe a month ago that you were still, even after some of your better outings, you're still trying to find yourself, trying to get back to where you were pre-injury. Where do you think you're closer to that? Do you think you're at that point right now where you want to be? Kind of give us an update on where you think you're
I mean, if I'm not closer than that, then I'm probably doing something wrong. I mean, every day I'm just working to get better. And again, yes, I probably said that a month ago. I'd probably say the same thing right now, because I don't get caught up in results or what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get better at whatever I did that day. So I just set a new ceiling for myself every time something happens.
Sunday really stood out in the sense that coach was bringing guys in for like one batter to get 2
Yeah.
outs, and you guys, for the most part, really executed that well. What does that kind of say to you? Because there's going to be those situations, right, in the regionals and the super regionals where you're getting out and you got to execute. It's
Mhm.
harder than, easier to say than do, right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, especially in those situations, that's when we have to be the most locked into what we're doing and not just, oh, we're about to go in the game, get a couple innings or whatever. It's always like very honed in on what we're going in the game for. And I think keeping that the importance in the bullpen is the best thing we could do, especially moving forward with, I wouldn't say more important games, just more, it's going to be better baseball. I've seen it the past 2 years. So just for the guys who haven't experienced it, I would say, just to keep that mindset the whole time.
Yeah, what have you seen the last couple of years that, we just talked to JP about it, just the idea that this thing kind of turns on here these last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, playoffs are electric, especially at Alex Box. Like freshman year, probably the coolest baseball environment I've ever seen. And then last year, even on the road, it's just, especially LSU, everyone wants to play us. So we're going to get the best shot. Everyone's fans going to be there. So it's a good environment no matter where we're going. But really just staying locked in and not letting that affect what we're doing is the biggest thing.
How have you seen Chase sort of take on this bullpen role?
I mean, he's accepting it, obviously. He's not going to let something bring him down for, let's say he was starting and then now out of the bullpen. It's not like the end of the world for him, obviously. He just wants to compete just like the rest of us.
How do you think playing in that role has sort of simplified things for him. Have you seen a different sort of pitcher the last couple of weeks?
I would say I see a little more aggressiveness out of him, which is really good. And I wouldn't say he was missing that coming back from surgery at all, because he wasn't. But there's just a little more giddy up to what he's doing now out of the pen.
And does being a reliever sort of access that part of your brain to be a little bit more aggressive?
Of course, because you know you're not going in there to throw 7 innings or try to throw as long as you can. So just go out and give everything you got for as long as you can.
Go out there and throw 100.
Yeah, pretty much. 101 if you can.
How would you describe Josh Pearson as a teammate and an LSU Tiger?
He's a great teammate. I've been with him for 3 years since I've been here. Obviously, he's been here a year longer, but I mean, since I've been here, he's been the same person. You can't really get an attitude out of him. Nothing ever really wrong with the guy. Like, just seems like everything's always perfect, easy to be around, fun to get along with. So, just a great person.
In today's college baseball, is that kind of rare for a player to stay 4 years and contribute like he has?
I would say so, just because the portal. You know, everyone wants to go get money or go figure something out with that. So, it is rare, but it's pretty cool, especially being from Louisiana for him. And staying all 4 years is pretty cool to see.
In the bullpen during the game, I guess when the call comes down for a guy to get up, get warm, he's going to come in, whether it's the next inning or whatever particular spot it may be. Like, do you guys like try to pump each other up? Like,
Oh yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
what are those what are those moments? What are those conversations like?
So usually we'll get on the mound, start throwing the bullpen before we come in the game, and usually it's more so us yelling at each other and like just saying random stuff. Like you wouldn't even understand. Like it's just random like words that we just want to say to each other that pump each other up, and it gets us going. And our last pitch before we go in the game, right when we're walking down the mound, everyone's just like hogging the pitchers, screaming at them, anything they could think of, fire them up.
So does each guy have like their own particular word?
Oh no,
it's
just
just-
whoever's in the pen, whatever they come up with when they're down there, that's what it is. Yeah.
A couple random ones.
Yeah, what would it? What would it
Oh,
sound
I
like?
can't.
Are they
Y'all can
inside
find us in the
jokes?
bullpen. Yeah.
Why do you think that helps?
It just keeps the vibes loose. You know, not every, like I feel like a lot of teams, guys feel like they're being attacked by other teammates, or not even attacked, just like judged or something. I feel like having that loose, compatible environment is just better for everyone. No worries, no stress. Just go play.
Does Coach Yeski promote that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, since last year, he's been preaching the same thing to us about that. And I've been trying to keep that going within not the program, but the team this year, especially, just because it's a bunch of new guys. At this point, no one's new, but at the beginning, everyone was trying to get used to each other. And I think involving that and making that such a big deal is really big.
Zach's been lights out all year. Those kind of things just happen, though, right? I mean, you got to run into a weekend where you just don't pitch well, or whatever the case. How have you seen him kind of respond?
Again, just like Josh, he's one of those guys. I mean, I've only known him this year, but I've never seen that kid mad or upset at anything. So I know he's going to respond well, and I know it's not the end of the world for him. But he's been great, and he's going to keep doing what he does. It's probably not going to affect him much.
Is that kind of when you have an off weekend, you just keep doing what you've been doing before that? Nothing really changes in terms of your approach and things like that?
Either keep doing what you're doing. It kind of just depends on the person you are. I like to, if I had a little weekend like that or something bad I didn't like, I'd go harder at whatever it was, try to figure it out, make sure I have it locked down for next time I get to go out there.
You've mentioned some of the just the general improvements that you made. Like what aspects of your arsenal do you think you've gotten better at over the last month or so?
Really just commanding all my pitches. Since surgery, that was the biggest thing, obviously, was coming back, being able to control the zone. But also with multiple pitches and adding a curveball slider mix instead of just having one pitch, one off-speed pitch. So just finding the zone with that has been really good recently.
Well, good. All right, thank you, Jaden.
Yeah,
Jake.
of course.